Hey everyone, welcome back to Tennis Watch, the channel where emotion meets the court. Today's story is about a moment that's left the entire tennis world speechless. It's not just about power, precision, or victory, it's about humanity. Because after one of the most intense matches of his career, Jannik showed the world what true sportsmanship and kindness look like. A single moment that melted millions of hearts. So grab a seat because this isn't just a tennis highlight. It's a story that will remind you why we love this sport. That it was one of those nights. The atmosphere electric, the crowd holding its breath after every point. Sinner, the Italian sensation, was locked in a battle that pushed him to the edge. Every rally a test of strength, every serve a statement of willpower. His opponent, just as fierce, wasn't backing down. The tension on court was almost visible. Beads of sweat, clenched fists, and the unmistakable silence that fills the arena before a crucial serve. Fans could feel it. Something special was unfolding. This wasn't just a match, it was a war of hearts. After nearly 3 hours of breathtaking tennis, Sinner finally sealed the victory with a blistering forehand down the line. The crowd erupted, applause, cheers, and pure admiration. Sinner lifted his hands in triumph. But unlike many players who'd bask in glory, his focus was elsewhere. Somewhere in the crowd, a moment was waiting to happen. Among thousands of cheering spectators sat a young fan, maybe 12 or 13 years old, clutching an Italian flag. Her eyes were swollen, her hands trembling. She had watched every point with a heart full of admiration and nerves. Throughout the match, cameras had caught glimpses of her cheering passionately for Sinner, shouting "Forza Jannik" at every key moment. And when he won, she broke down in tears. Not of sadness, but of pure, overwhelming emotion. You could see it. This wasn't just a fan watching a favorite player. This was someone who believed in him. Someone who saw hope, courage, and kindness in every swing of his racket. But what happened next? No one expected. As Sinner wrapped up his on-court interview, the crowd still roaring, he suddenly paused. He looked up into the stands, scanning the faces, until his eyes found hers. The little girl, still wiping tears from her face, couldn't believe it. Then Sinner did something extraordinary. He walked over to the courtside barrier, waved for security to let her through, and smiled. The crowd went silent, then exploded in cheers. He handed her his wristband, then his match towel, and then, to everyone's surprise, his racket, the same one that had just won him the match. But it wasn't just the gift that made it special. It was the way he knelt down, looked her in the eyes, and said softly, "This is for you. Never stop believing, okay?" The young fan burst into tears. Sinner gave her a gentle hug, and in that instant, the entire arena was emotional. Even the commentators went quiet. One simply whispered, "That's class. That's Jannik Sinner." Within minutes, social media exploded. Clips of the moment flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The hashtag #SinnerHeartMoment began trending worldwide. Fans wrote things like, "This is why I love tennis. Jannik Sinner didn't just win a match, he won hearts. That girl will remember this moment for the rest of her life." Sports journalists called it the most touching scene of the season. Even other players chimed in, praising Sinner's humility and warmth. And as the video went viral, more fans shared stories of similar encounters, of how Sinner always took a few extra moments to greet fans, sign autographs, and make them feel seen. In an era where fame can so easily make athletes distant, Sinner proved that kindness is the real victory. Moments like this remind us that sport is more than trophies and titles. It's about connection between player and fan, between effort and emotion. Sinner's gesture wasn't planned. It wasn't for the cameras. It came from the heart. He showed that being a champion isn't just about what you do on the court. It's how you make people feel off the court. That young girl will grow up remembering the day her hero looked her in the eyes and gave her hope. And maybe one day, she'll step on a tennis court herself, carrying that same spirit of kindness and courage. This isn't the first time Jannik Sinner has shown such heart. Fans remember his moments with ball kids, his patience with interviewers, and his respect for opponents. He's quickly becoming one of the sport's most loved figures, not just for his power and precision, but for his humility. In a world often obsessed with drama, Sinner gives us something pure, a reminder that heroes still exist in sports. As one fan wrote online, he didn't just make her day, he restored our faith in humanity. And that's the magic of moments like this. They ripple beyond the stadium. They remind us why we watch, why we cheer, and why we care. So, what did you think of this incredible moment? Did Jannik Sinner's gesture move you too? Drop a red heart in the comments if it did. And share this video to spread the message of kindness in sport. Because in the end, it's not just about winning matches, it's about winning hearts. I'm your host from Tennis Watch, and this was Jannik Sinner's heart-melting moment leaves fan in tears after epic match, loudly crying face red heart. Until next time, stay inspired, stay emotional, and keep watching the moments that make tennis truly unforgettable.